Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Eva. In today's video, I am going to share with you guys this wonderful spinach pie recipe that I learned from my friend's mom, who is a Lebanese, and she is currently in Lebanon right now, and I hope she's watching because I wanted to thank her for this wonderful recipe. I hope you guys enjoy this recipe as much as I do. Let's go ahead and get started. I have my yeast. I am going to add my sugar and my warm milk, and I'm just gonna sit this aside for a few minutes. And I am going to add my salt, my vegetable oil, and my olive oil. I will also add my flour, and I'm just going to mix this using my dough mixer. You can do this in your mixing bowl, but I find out that doing it this way is actually less messy and it's super easy. You can also just use your hands. As soon as the dough is nice and smooth like this, I am going to then knead this for a few minutes, as you can see right here. And then I'm going to use my non-stick spray and just coat both sides of my dough and wrap it in a plastic wrap and let it sit for about 2 hours while I'll make the filling. For my filling, I am going to use 2 bags of frozen chopped spinach, and then I'm going to squeeze out some of the liquid. You can also use fresh spinach if you want. You just have to make sure you blanch your spinach first before you chop it up. I am going to use 2 medium-sized tomatoes, and I'm just going to chop this up as well. I am also going to add 1 large sweet onion, and this is very important to this dish. You want to make sure that you have onion when you make your filling, and I'm just going to give this a really quick and thin slice, just like my tomatoes. After I have all my veggies prep, I'm going to mix my filling. Into my filling, I have my spinach, white onion, tomatoes. I'm going to add my sumac, lemon powder, salt, black pepper, olive oil, and I'm just going to give this a quick mix. If you don't have lemon powder, you can still make this dish using lemon juice instead of lemon powder. And I'm just going to give this a quick mix, and I am also going to add some pine nuts. This is optional. If you don't have pine nuts, you don't have to worry about it. I am only adding it because I have it available at home. And I'm going to set this aside while I roll my dough. After only 1 hour, my dough is ready, and I'm just going to roll this out until I have a nice smooth thin layer, and I'm going to use my dough cutter to cut a round shape. As soon as you're done cutting your dough, go ahead and add in your filling, and you want to make sure you add enough filling into your dough. If you are planning to make spinach pie, make sure you make a lot because this pie freezes really well, and if you want to bake it, all you have to do is pop it in the oven while the pies are still frozen, and after 20 to 25 minutes you have a nice and fresh baked spinach pie. It's perfect for lunch, or if you also want to bake this for your kids' lunch for school, you can do that as well. This is also a perfect dish to make to bring to any get together, or if you have people over to your house. It's super easy and you don't have to worry about prepping too much because you can do this ahead of time. As soon as you're done shaping your spinach pie, go ahead and bake it. I am going to add a little bit of oil, and this is going to help create that nice crunchy texture at the bottom of your pies. And I'm just going to bake this for about 20 to 25 minutes or until I have nice and lightly golden brown color. I have my oven preheated at 375 degrees. You can also bake this at 350 degrees depending on how fast you want your pies to be ready. And then I am going to just quickly egg wash with the whole eggs, and they should be ready to go into the oven. I'm only baking half of my pies. The rest I'm going to keep in the freezer. And let's go ahead and bake our spinach pie. It should have a nice and lightly golden brown color like I said, just like this. The rest of my pies, I'm just going to fast freeze it for about an hour until they are nice and hard, because you don't want to freeze it when they're not hard, otherwise they're all going to stick together. So as soon as they're nice and hard like this, I'm going to now put this in my Ziploc bag and freeze it this way. And here comes my freshly baked spinach pie. And there you have it, perfectly baked spinach pie. They are so good, and you can serve this with just plain yogurt and squeeze of lemon juice. Or if you have lebni, you can also use that. Just add a little bit of water to thin it out and add a squeeze of lemon juice, and I'm adding some fresh parsley, and there you have it. I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you all again in my next video. Bye!